Now in Good Morning Northwest, we're following breaking news on Spokane's South Hill. Several fires ignited along High Drive overnight, and the police say they're looking for an arsonist. What we know so far.
And we are starting the day with showers here in the inland Northwest. I'll show you how long they'll last and what you need to be planning for this afternoon.
Plus, it's Memorial Day, and there are so many ways to show your appreciation and honor our nation's fallen heroes. We're taking a look at some of our local ceremonies. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Monday, May 26th, of course, Memorial Day. Robin has the morning off. We're going to start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray and a look at our first alert forecast. I'm sure a lot of people are wondering this morning as they're heading out to those celebrations and ceremonies.
Yeah, exactly. And we are seeing the rain pushing through right now, which actually makes me a lot more optimistic about what's to come later today. But certainly you are going to run into some wet weather as we have done over the past couple of hours. And really through the night, we have seen several rounds of rain push across the inland Northwest with the occasional rumble of thunder, just like we saw around the Colville area about a half hour ago. So you can generally see these showers starting at the south and then moving to the north and east as time goes on. 3 areas we're watching. One is right around the LC Valley, so we're seeing some light rain push through there. This is going to head up towards Troy and Beauville as we get through the next hour or so. Some light sprinkles around Potlatch as well. Around Winthrop and Twist, the Methow Valley. We're seeing a little bit of rain here. That will move in towards places like Tenasket later on this morning, likely Clip Omak here as well at some point. So still a chance for rain in those areas. Then we got this round of rain which stretches from Coeur d'Alene to Rathdrum, Blanchard, Newport, and then all the way up into the mountains here, which is going to track in towards places like Priest Lake and Athol as we head over the next 30 minutes or so. And the remnants of those showers, those thunderstorms earlier this morning around Colville, Chewelah, and Addy as we get our 6 a.m. hour going. We will have more rain and the occasional bolt of lightning through the rest of this morning. We'll see breezier and drier conditions this afternoon, but there will be a chance still for some isolated showers or even a thunderstorm. I'll show you where, and we'll talk about the toasty temperatures that are going to return to our forecast coming up.
We are following breaking news in South Spokane. This morning, Spokane police are looking for whoever started a string of fires last night. And yes, they believe it was arson. It all happened around 9:45 near High Drive in Bernard. Take a look. Viewer Alicia Harvey sent us this photo. You can see it shows the flames burning right along the bluff. Neighbors who live nearby say they heard what sounded like an explosion. And then just moments later, flames were visible all the way from Latah Valley. Thankfully, firefighters got there fast enough and knocked down the fires before it could spread. But here's the thing, police actually flew a drone over the area trying to track someone down. No word yet on any suspects, but clearly they're taking this very seriously. If you live nearby and saw anything, call Crime Check at 509-456-2233. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. It's usually pretty quiet on the streets of Spokane at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning, but this was the scene at the corner of Boone and Monroe yesterday. A fire truck collided right outside of REI. Police didn't tell us much at the scene, but they say they are trying to figure out exactly how this crash happened. Well, repairs need to be made now at the new Burlington location, and it hasn't even opened yet. Sunday morning, a car crashed into the front of the building at the Franklin Park Shopping Center on North Division. The business is in a new location at the shopping center and is set to open in July. We haven't heard from police exactly what happened to cause this. Well, this morning, President Trump has agreed to extend the deadline for the 50% tariffs on the European Union. This decision comes after the president says he had a constructive phone call with the European Commission president to discuss some serious trade negotiations. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in D.C. with more.
This morning, a shift in President Trump's trade war. President Trump announcing he will delay his proposed 50% tariff on imports from the European Union, one of America's biggest trading partners. The tariffs were set to begin this Sunday, but President Trump announcing on social media he extended the start date until July 9th after speaking with the head of the European Commission.
She just called me, as you know, and she asked for an extension on the June 1st date, and she said she wants to get down to serious negotiation.
Meanwhile, President Trump also criticizing Russian President Vladimir Putin after a massive Russian attack on Ukraine. Over the weekend, Russia launched its most intense aerial attacks on Ukraine in more than a year, including hundreds of missiles, killing at least 18 people and injuring more.
I'm not happy with what Putin's doing. He's killing a lot of people, and I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. We're in the middle of talking, and he's shooting rockets into Kiev and other cities. I don't like it at all. Something happened to this guy, and I don't like it.
On social media last night, Trump saying of Putin, quote, "I've always said that he wants all of Ukraine, not just a piece of it. And maybe that's proving to be right. But if he does, it will lead to the downfall of Russia." The president also criticized Ukrainian President Zelensky for his comments on the war, saying, quote, "Everything out of his mouth causes problems. I don't like it, and it better stop." Zelensky has condemned what he says is the silence of America, calling for new sanctions and additional pressure on Russia to agree to a ceasefire. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Well, rain or shine, hundreds of flags will mark gravestones at the Veterans Cemetery today in Medical Lake. The ceremony starts at 11 a.m. On-site parking is limited, so you're encouraged to carpool. The cemetery wants to remind people that pets and tobacco products are not allowed on the grounds. 4 News Now will have a crew at the ceremony this morning, and we'll bring you that story tonight at 5 and 6. Well, even though summer is just beginning, the Salvation Army is partnering with Nom Nom Convenience Store to help prepare kids in the community for back to school time in the fall. Nom Nom is now collecting some backpacks and various school supplies for the 16th annual Backpacks for Kids donation drive. Over the past 15 years, Nom Nom has raised more than $600,000 for backpacks for kids. You can donate starting today until July 31st. We've got a list of locations up right now on our website, KXLY.com. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:06. Checking in with meteorologist Matt Gray as we're kicking off our day today with what we saw over this past weekend. It's hard to think about fall and back to school time. I'm craving summer.
Yeah, I think we all got those summer vibes, right? And we'll have a little bit more of that as we head through this week, including summer showers. And that is what we're seeing, wet roads in Colville right now. If you're looking to fire up the grill later today, we'll show you when things will start drying out coming up.
And Memorial Day marks the start of the 100 deadliest days on our roads. Coming up, what Idaho State Police say you need to know to keep your family safe this summer. Plus, it's been 5 years since the death that changed America. How communities nationwide, including here in the Northwest, are reflecting on George Floyd's legacy. That's straight ahead.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Liberty Park Florist.
When you get into a car accident, you may be wondering if you need a lawyer.
Well, if you were injured and it wasn't your fault, you should probably talk to an attorney.
Call Russell and Hill. The advice is free.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
This year, make it a summer to remember and get your toys ready for the great outdoors from the pros at
Snow's Auto.
Check out the best brands of stereos and professional window kits. 20% off at Snow's Auto.
The Good Feet store just really helped me out. I mean, they gave me the right arch support for my feet, not somebody else's feet. Then it was like, okay, this is something special.
See for yourself with the free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
WSECU Cashback Checking. You give and give and give. Let's give you something back. Just use your debit card to earn. WSECU Cashback Checking. Let's credit union.
Wherever the road takes you, Chevy is ready to drive you forward. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters. And every path leads to new possibilities.
Get the freedom to save and 2.9% financing plus no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2025 Equinox models. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Go to Lake Casino.
When you get into a car accident, you may be wondering if you need a lawyer.
Well, if you were injured and it wasn't your fault, you should probably talk to an attorney.
Call Russell and Hill. The advice is free.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:10, and here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. People gathered in cities around the country last night to honor the life of George Floyd. Sunday marked 5 years since the 46-year-old died after being detained by police in Minneapolis. People there gathered to honor Floyd in a candlelight vigil last night. His death ignited widespread protests around the world, lasting for weeks in 2020. In Seattle, dozens marched in an event put on by the Seattle Alliance Against Racial and Political Repression. Overnight, the New York Post reporting that a Swiss cryptocurrency millionaire sought for questioning in the alleged kidnapping and torture of an Italian tourist in New York will surrender to the NYPD this week. This comes after the arrest Friday of John Wolitz, the so-called Kentucky crypto king, who's accused of holding a man hostage for weeks in this New York townhome, beating him, shocking him with electrical wires, and dangling him off a ledge. Officials claim that this was all to get his Bitcoin password. Boltz is due back in court on Wednesday.
All right. 10-second takeaway. Morning showers. We will begin to see things dry out, though, as we get closer to lunchtime, and we'll see some dry conditions that eventually turn back towards warmer weather. We'll show you when coming up.
A man driving a Jeep Wrangler went off the road on Highway 95 in Nez Perce County, crashing into a hillside. This happened yesterday morning. According to the sheriff's office, this driver was not wearing a seatbelt and was thrown from the car. At last check, he is hospitalized with some serious injuries. Now, Nez Perce County sheriffs and other law enforcement officers want to remind you that Memorial Day is often referred to as the beginning of the 100 deadliest days on the roads. During this time, crashes and risky driving increase across the inland Northwest. Now, Idaho State Police say that the road rage and distracted driving are more common as traffic grows and temperatures start to rise, advising drivers to stay alert, slow down, and keep water in your car.
While I'm driving, I just make sure I'm comfortable. I check my P's and Q's, if you would, and I don't let the other person's actions affect me, other than to like slow down or to accelerate where I need to be.
It's recommended to leave early and avoid rushing, and watch out for signs of fatigue, especially in this hot weather. Extra patrols are out across Washington and Idaho to help drivers keep safe this summer. Now, you can read more tips to stay safe by finding this story. It's up right now on KXLY.com. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:12. Lawnmower prices could soon spike due to potential tariffs. Coming up, the top budget-friendly options Consumer Report says will keep your yard looking great without breaking the bank. And here is a live look this morning at Riverside Memorial Park for our Memorial Day morning. Thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest. We'll see you after the break.
New York City's hottest hits are landing right here in Spokane. Join STCU Best of Broadway, live at First Interstate Center for the Arts. It's lights up on a thrilling new season. Moulin Rouge, the musical, The Notebook, Back to the Future, Some Like It Hot, and the epic return of Disney's The Lion King. You just have to be there. Get your season tickets and get swept away at shows.broadwayspokane.com.
Bring the whole family out to the Coeur d'Alene Aviation Air Show and Expo. June 28th, high-flying acrobatics, including former pilots from both military and civilian backgrounds, will leave you breathless with their aerial stunts. Stroll through aviation exhibits and see military and vintage aircraft on display. Local vendors will be on site offering family fun and food. Plus, see an aerial firefighting demonstration. See the acrobats of the sky at the Coeur d'Alene Aviation Air Show and Expo, June 28th. Brought to you locally by Coeur d'Alene Aviation and Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
From urgent AC repairs to full system replacements, Bill's Heating and AC has you covered. See why thousands of local homeowners trust us for fast, honest heating and cooling services. We offer free second opinions, a lowest price guarantee, weekend service, free equipment quotes, and upfront pricing with no surprises. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and make this summer more comfortable than ever.
The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival, presented by the Kalispel Tribe of Indians, returns to Pend Oreille County June 14th and 15th. From Sasquatch-themed crafts to Bigfoot merchandise, a 5K fun run, and food vendors from across the region, this event is guaranteed to leave you amazed and entertained. Get your tickets to hear from the country's foremost experts about their Bigfoot sightings and fieldwork both Saturday and Sunday. The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival. For tickets and information, go to mfbigfoot.com.
We have all your SUV options here at Post Falls Volkswagen. Choose the SUV with easy-to-use technology that best meets your needs and budget. There are so many choices, so take as many test drives as you want, and our knowledgeable staff will assist you with all the information you need.
Conquer the road in a 2025 Atlas. Get a 2.9% APR or a $2,000 customer bonus. Go big. Go Atlas.
Find SUV options at Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
Your garage door is more than just an entry point. It's also an escape route. That is why our highly trained technicians handle every job with unmatched professionalism. From broken springs to noisy rollers, we'll get your door running smoothly, securely, and fast. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and friendly.
Travel for Adventures is brought to you in part by TourMosesLake.com.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:16. Taking care of your lawn isn't easy, and buying a new mower can take a big bite out of your budget. And with possible tariffs on the horizon, prices for lawn equipment and parts could climb even higher. This morning, we're teaming up with Consumer Reports home and garden experts to reveal the best budget-friendly mowers to keep your yard looking great without overspending. Every year, Consumer Reports testers head to a 5-acre site in Florida, putting dozens of mowers through their paces, measuring everything from how evenly the mowers cut to how they handle. The big takeaway, you don't have to spend a fortune to get a top-performing lawnmower.
We found the sweet spot for a great value. So you can get a great mower for between $350 to $500. And one way you can save is by skipping the self-propelled models and pushing the mower yourself.
Another way to save, mulching your grass clippings.
Mulching is great because it lets you recycle the nutrients within your grass right back into your lawn. That means you're not spending on fertilizer, and it also means that you don't have to worry about emptying the bag or lugging the clippings anywhere.
This Yard Max model is one of the most budget-friendly mowers in Consumer Reports ratings. It earns top marks for mulching, and it's easy to maneuver. Another good option, this gasoline mower from Toro. It offers excellent mulching and aced CR's cutting evenness and handling tests too. Consumer Reports says you don't have to stick to gasoline mowers to get a good value. Battery-powered mowers like this Ryobi can be just as budget-friendly. It delivers impressive cutting, mulching, and runtime performance for under $350. If your budget allows and you prefer a self-propelled model to make the job a little easier, check out this Ego model. Its mulching, handling, and cutting scores match those of mowers costing hundreds more. Battery-powered mowers like this run much quieter than gas mowers, making lawn care a little more peaceful for you and your neighbors. And opting for a battery-powered mower is also a smart choice if you buy additional power tools. Many battery-powered brands use a standardized battery and charger across their whole suite of tools. Well, here is a live look this morning at the start of our Memorial Day. You can kind of see those clouds lingering in the sky there as the sun is up. Kind of a precursor to our morning.
Yeah, so we had some rain in the last hour moving through the Spokane area. I have some optimism, at least for the next couple of hours, that will stay on the dry side, but there's still going to be some shower chances before we hit lunch in Spokane and in the Coeur d'Alene area as well, where we're actually still seeing rain right now. Here, it's quite mild this morning, 55 degrees, and that's what you're going to notice as you step outside this morning, is that it is mild, it is muggy as well, pretty high humidity this morning. Look at this. In Coeur d'Alene, it's 58. We're at 60 in Moses Lake the start of the day. Sandpoint, usually one of our cooler ends, is 57. Pullman, actually a cool spot right now at 52, and the only place that's cooler than it was at this time yesterday, especially up north, we're talking about more than 15 degrees warmer than what we started things off on Sunday morning. The ironic part of this is that by the time we get to the afternoon, our highs here in the low 70s and upper 60s are going to be 10 to 15 degrees cooler than we were this time yesterday, where we were seeing middle and upper 80s around much of the inland Northwest. So if that was feeling a little gross yesterday, a little too hot, well, things will be a little bit more palatable this afternoon. Still seeing some showers around in the Priest River area. Starting to see that rain pull out of Colville. You look over towards Chelan, this is going to be the next round of rain that we're going to be watching for later on in the morning. And so let's show you how this plays out. By 8 a.m., we're seeing those showers pull in towards Banks Lake, towards Moses Lake. We're starting to see a couple showers trying to continue to keep themselves going around the Palouse and around the Spokane area as well. And so through about 10 a.m., I continue to expect 10:30. I continue to expect to see at least the occasional shower chance for Spokane, for Coeur d'Alene. After this kind of 10:30 time frame, a lot of this is going to move up to the north. You can see clearing skies out by Wenatchee, and that's because we got a cold front that's coming through. That's going to help clear things out for the second half of the day, although we'll still continue to see the chance of a stray thunderstorm or two right up along the U.S.-Canada border. And that is our day. If you really liked the heat yesterday and you are not named Matt Gray, because boy, that was not happy about how hot it was standing outside, standing out in the backyard with the dogs. I was like, I am sweating so much. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Wednesday, Thursday, those are going to be days for you. It's looking pretty nice.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Matt. We got some good news and bad news. Vicky has lost her voice, so I get to tell you about today's Pet of the Week. There are close to 70 kittens in foster care right now at Companions Animal Center, and the number is growing. So if you have room in your house and in your heart, consider becoming a kitten foster. This Saturday, May 31st from 11 till 2, Companions Animal Center is holding a kitten shower. There you can learn all about becoming a foster family or from some of our current volunteers with kittens in tow. The kitten shower will take place in Companions Community Room, which is located on Atlas Road just north of Hayden Avenue in Hayden. The first 15 in attendance will receive a free gift, not to mention visiting with these adorable faces. So if you got some room, go check it out. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:22. The Mariners dropped 3 of their last 4 games to the Houston Astros, tightening the lead that the M's have in the AL West even more. We'll have highlights from yesterday's game in Houston. That's coming up next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Our big Memorial Day sale means you can save up to $18,000 off MSRP on a new 25 GMC Sierra 1500. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
This year, make it a summer to remember and get your toys ready for the great outdoors from the pros at Lowe's Auto. Check out the best brands of stereos and professional window kits. 20% off at Snow's Auto.
I hope for people that choose to watch my forecast on Good Morning Northwest is as you're making your plans for the day, you know what's coming up for your day and how to plan it, and that you have a little bit of fun on the way.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Kerner Furniture's Memorial Day sale is in full swing.
So if you're looking for a new Lazy Boy, now is the time to buy.
Pick up the Collage Rocking Recliner by Lazy Boy. It looks great in every room.
The KC Rocking Recliner has a clean contemporary design with classic reclining comfort.
Shop our entire Lazy Boy selection and take advantage of Memorial Day pricing and our always guaranteed lowest Lazy Boy prices.
Make Kerner Furniture your go-to for Lazy Boy during our Memorial Day sale.
NIU has been serving our community for over 50 years. It's a broad mix of cancer care. We see all kinds of urologic cancers and take care of those patients here.
The partnership we have allows us to deliver all the different options all in one place. With a new diagnosis of prostate cancer, you'll have all the options available, everything from the latest surgical options to the latest radiation options, and so we're happy to help with that.
Most patients are referred by their primary care doctors. Patients can certainly always pick up the phone and give us a call as well.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops, we're here to guide you from start to finish.
After my car accident, working with Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy. They communicated with me and let me know what the next step was every step of the way.
Call Craig Swap and Associates today. Let us make your recovery simple. One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Our big Memorial Day sale means you can save up to $5,500 off, plus as low as 3.95% APR on a Sierra 2500 HD Denali. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Well, just when you thought they were on a roll, they take a few steps back. Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Sydney Berger. Of course, I'm talking about the Seattle Mariners, a team that was once one of the best in baseball about a month ago, is slowly seeing their lead in the division shrink a little smaller. It was a heartbreaker down in Houston for the Mariners yesterday, and it started out promising early on. Mitch Garver doubles with a line drive towards left center field. He's able to bat in 2 runners. That'd be Julio Rodriguez and Randy Arozarena. That's just the first inning. Mariners lead 2-0. Then Donovan Solano grounds it to left field for a base hit. Rodriguez gets home for his 2nd run of the day. And now the Mariners lead 3-0 just in the top of the 3rd inning. But unfortunately, that's where things would go quiet for the Mariners and get extra loud in Houston. We're moving on to the 9th inning. Teams tied at 3 apiece. Christian Walker for the Astros slams one out of the park. It ends up being a walk-off 2-run homer to save the Astros from a loss to the Mariners. Houston won 3 of these 4 games against Seattle, but the Mariners hopefully can get a nice reset back in T-Mobile Park with a 9-game homestand. It starts with this series against the Washington Nationals on Tuesday at 6:40. That'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
Good morning, Northwest time. Right now is 6:26. Russia launches its largest aerial attack of the 3-year war on Ukraine, killing at least 12 people. Why President Trump says Putin has, quote, gone absolutely crazy. That's next. Plus, passengers spring into action as man attempts to open an emergency exit door mid-flight. The terrifying moments aboard a Tokyo to Houston flight that forced an emergency landing in Seattle. That's coming up. And before we go to a break, here's a first look of what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, we're taking you to the Indy 500 as our Michael Strahan sits behind the wheel of the official pace car.
This car is amazing. We are doing 105 miles per hour right now. Do I punch it coming out of this one? Not now. I got one more. I'm ready to punch this thing, but we are moving pretty good.
In a heart-pounding race littered with spinouts and collisions.
Yeah, he did 2 more. What on earth is going on at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway today? We have seen it all.
Spanish driver Alex Palau coming out on top, making history.
He has won the Indianapolis 500.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we're talking to the winner. With your GMA First Look, I'm Allison Cossack, ABC News.
They don't pay any money for the first lap. They don't pay any money.
For people who feel limited by the unpredictability of generalized myasthenia gravis, season to season, Ultomiris is continuous symptom control with improvement in activities of daily living and reduced muscle weakness. And Ultomiris is the only long-acting GMG treatment with the freedom of just 6 to 7 infusions per year. For a predictable routine I can count on.
Ultomiris may lower your immune system's ability to fight infections, increasing your chance of serious meningococcal and other infections, which may become life-threatening or fatal. Complete or update meningococcal vaccines at least 2 weeks before you start. If treatment is urgent and you're not vaccinated, you should receive antibiotics with your vaccines. Don't start if you have a meningococcal infection. Infusion reactions may include back, belly, limb or chest pain, muscle spasms, blood pressure changes, tiredness, shaking chills, bad taste, breathing problems, or face, tongue, or throat swelling. Ultomiris is continuous symptom control. Ask your neurologist about starting Ultomiris.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The best morning start with Kelly and Mark. Post Falls ER and Hospital open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. The 9-time Tony Award winner is genius, brilliant, phenomenal. The Book of Mormon is the funniest musical of all time. It's the gold standard for comedy that goes further than any other comedy in history. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon, June 3rd through 7th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Our customers love coming to Car Wash Plaza.
I work late shifts. Car Wash Plaza is open 24/7. That works for me.
I feel safe. It's so well lit, and there's security lights everywhere.
Strong water jets cover everything. The roof, the sides, even the undercarriage.
The Central Dog Wash is so convenient, no hassle, keeps the dog clean, and keeps my house clean too.
It's easy at Car Wash Plaza. It's the best in the Northwest.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We are kicking off this half hour with the 4 News Now story tracker that's following a story that's been building some steam on social media. You may have seen his videos on your timeline. A life-changing diagnosis pushed this Oregon man to chart a new course. And he's not going alone. 29-year-old Oliver Widger had just left his corporate job, sold everything, and set sail for Hawaii with his cat, Phoenix. In these videos, he teaches himself to sail using YouTube and documents his journey to 3 million fans online. He's facing storms, seasickness, and a broken rudder. He reached Hawaii after 24 days at sea, arriving to a hero's welcome. He's not sure where he's going next, but his message to others is to always follow your dream, whatever it is. And hey, just a reminder for you on this Memorial Day, Spokane City Hall is closed and all garbage and recycling services will be a day late this week. City Council won't meet this week and the Spokane Municipal Court and all public libraries will be closed today. All of Riverfront Park attractions, though, are open today for you to enjoy, and all metered parking is free. Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Monday, May 26th, of course, Memorial Day. Welcome to it. Robin has the morning off. We're going to start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray to look at our first alert forecast coming off of an amazing weekend.
Yeah, it was an amazing weekend, and then we had a bunch of rain move into the Columbia Basin late last night, and that has been tracking across the inland Northwest ever since. So let's take a little zoom in and let's show you some of these areas that we are seeing. First of all, the last couple of hours, you can kind of see how everything is moving generally from the south west to the northeast. So take that into context as we look at these images on the radar. So rain is going to end here pretty shortly around Priest River, but it's going right up the road to Sandpoint here pretty shortly. South side of Priest Lake also about to get some rain. If you're in Medellin Falls, some rain is headed your direction as well. Other places that just saw rain over the last hour, hour and a half, you're starting to see things calm down. Meanwhile, we've got another batch of rain. We just saw one move through the LC Valley in the Lapway area. Now we've got another one that is going to be tracking in first to Asotin and then into Lewiston and Clarkston here within the next 30 minutes, if not within the next 15 or 20. Now, as we head later into the morning, we're going to be watching for this little area of rain from the Methow Valley stretching all the way south to the Yakima River, how that tracks across our area and how that may affect your plans for later this morning coming up.
We are following breaking news this morning. Tensions are rising after Russia launched its largest airstrike against Ukraine. Ukrainian officials say dozens of missiles and nearly 300 drones were fired, killing at least 18 people and leaving many others injured. Now, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky is speaking out, saying the U.S. is way too silent, and that silence is only encouraging Vladimir Putin to keep going. But President Donald Trump is pushing back.
I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. I've known him a long time, always gotten along with him, but he's sending rockets into cities and killing people, and I don't like it at all, okay?
Trump even went on social media saying that Putin has gone absolutely crazy. The strike happened just hours after Russia and Ukraine carried out the largest prisoner swap since the war began. As of right now, there are no peace talks and ceasefire deals in the works. Reporting in the studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. A flight from Tokyo to Houston has been diverted to Seattle when a man attempted to open an emergency exit mid-flight. Passengers wrestled with the man and were able to keep him from opening the door. Crew members used zip ties to restrain him. Now, all Nippon Airways confirmed, saying the incident confirmed the incident, rather, saying a second passenger became unruly while on the tarmac in Seattle as well. Both of those passengers were removed from the flight by the Port of Seattle police.
It's definitely a very busy airport.
This is crazy.
The harrowing incident comes during the height of the Memorial Day travel rush. TSA screened more than 3 million passengers on Friday, making it the third busiest travel day ever. Fairmount Memorial Association will have several events today to honor America's fallen. The flag cruise starts at 10 o'clock at Riverside Memorial Park and travels to Fairmount Memorial Park. That's where the Veterans Memorial Service will be held at 11 o'clock today. It's hosted by the Marine Corps League. And in Coeur d'Alene, the VFW Post 889 will host a Memorial Day ceremony at McEwen Park. It will include a missing man table ceremony and a wreath ceremony. Retired U.S. Marine Corps Colonel Kenny Moore, who served in Vietnam, will be the speaker. That ceremony begins at 9 a.m. And at 11 o'clock this morning, the Pappy Boyington Marine Corps League will lead a ceremony at the Coeur d'Alene Memorial Gardens. Food and drink will be provided there. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:35. Checking in with meteorologist Matt Gray. If you're heading out to those ceremonies, might want to just keep an eye on the weather, maybe bring an umbrella.
Yeah, exactly. Keep an eye on the radar all the way up through lunchtime. Certainly you got to in the LC Valley, you can see that rain right
Ooh,
at the top of the quarter here. That is going to be moving into here just in probably the next 30 minutes or so. We'll tell you what you need to know as we head towards those start times for those late morning ceremonies and what you can expect later this afternoon as well if you're enjoying the day off. That's coming up.
And still to come here on Good Morning Northwest, a vibrant celebration of heritage transforms the Spokane Convention Center. Why tribal members say returning to the banks of the Spokane River is so meaningful for their people. That's coming up. Plus, the security camera video that has everyone talking this morning. A truck suddenly explodes while driving down a suburban street. How the driver walked away with only minor injuries when we come back.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
It's a good day for a drive. Great day for a deal.
Perfection Tire carries a full line of Cooper tires with advanced safety features, warranties, and competitive pricing.
Save even more with Cooper Tire rebates going on now. Nobody beats perfection.
Why service your car at Coeur d'Alene Nissan? Because we make it easy. With express service and advanced diagnostics, we get you in, out, and back on the road fast. We service all makes and models, and our friendly, knowledgeable parts team has you covered with the right part when you need it. Plus, get extra care with our free services, alignment checks, multi-point inspection, and complimentary hand car wash. Give us a call, schedule online for fast, friendly, trusted service at Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
You expect more from your morning news. Good Morning Northwest delivers.
The scammer is posing as law enforcement.
Breaking news.
Immediate evacuation order.
A forecast that helps you plan your day.
Breezy today.
You expect more in the mornings. Good Morning Northwest delivers.
Regain your quality of life with expert spine care at Prosser Memorial Health. Neurological spine surgeon Dr. David Yam, with over 20 years of experience, specializes in comprehensive spine care, minimally invasive surgery, and disc replacement. Dr. Yam is now seeing patients at our new Spine Center locations in Prosser and Walla Walla. Call 509-786-5599 today to schedule your appointment. New, returning, and second opinion patients welcome. The new Spine Center at Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
This year, make it a summer to remember and get your toys ready for the great outdoors from the pros at Snow's Auto. Check out the best brands of stereos and professional window tints. 20% off at Snow's Auto.
At Liberty Park, we've been growing our own since 1928, and we continue to be your go-to greenhouse for all your gardening needs, including custom container planting. We have a colorful selection of annuals, perennials, and hanging baskets. With several varieties of tomatoes and other veggie starts, we have all you need to kick off your vegetable garden. We also carry yard art, soil, and pots of all sizes and colors. Liberty Park Greenhouse and Garden Center is now open in the historic South Perry District.
At Perfection Tire, we believe in more than just great tires.
We offer free services with every tire purchase, extending the quality and life of your vehicle.
Trust Perfection Tire for our lowest prices and easy credit. Nobody beats perfection.
Drums echoed and dancers swirled through the Spokane Convention Center during the second annual Northwest Powwow. This event brought hundreds of tribes together this past weekend to celebrate and honor Native American culture. Participants of all ages gathered downtown to celebrate tradition, family, and heritage. Organizers say the event is a chance for the community to reconnect with their city and honor their ancestors.
So it's a real celebration for our people to come back to Spokane and be on the banks of the Spokane River and sing our songs and dance our dances.
The powwow features dances, songs, and regalia passed down through generations. This weekend's event represented close to 300 Native American tribes. A Florida neighborhood is being terrorized by a wild animal that's protected by the government.
I sit on my porch around 7 to 7:30 at this time of the year to catch a sunset, some sun. And I had my eyes closed. All of a sudden, I felt a jab on my hand and it was bleeding.
James felt the wrath of an unruly Muscovy duck. Yes, a duck, not a gator like you'd expect usually in Florida. Neighbors aren't sure what to do about it. They are protected under the Migratory Bird Treaty Act.
Stood up and I made some noises thinking it would go away, duck, Next thing I know, its wings come out, and like it was going to attack me.
Florida Fish and Wildlife says the ducks must be humanely killed or donated to educational or scientific institutes.
See, I know a lot of y'all are watching this right now, and you think that it's funny, but you haven't been attacked by a Muscovy duck, and I have, and it was not fun. It was not fun. I woke up a whole apartment complex with how loud, because it came out of a bush and everything. I don't know. Your forecast is coming up. It's a long story.
All right.
Take it away, Natalie.
Thanks, Pat. We'll take a look at this truck. Wild video of it exploding as it drives through a neighborhood in Chicago in a suburb. This moment the blast happened captured on a home security camera. Amazingly, the driver walked away with only minor injuries. Police say debris from the truck was scattered for at least 2 blocks and did damage to several homes. Investigators believe a propane tank being carried in the truck was leaking and led to that explosion. Well, graduation season is almost upon us, and we want to help celebrate the class of 2025 with a giveaway. All you got to do is enter is to send a picture in of your graduating senior. Seniors like Michael Holt of Meade High School. The message says, "We are so proud of you." And this here is Danica O'Neill, graduating from West Valley High School. Your family is so proud of you. Just keep soaring and following your dreams. Now, these seniors and all of the graduating students submitted into this giveaway will have a chance to win a $50 gift card. There will be 10 winners, and you can enter the graduate in your life to win. Just head to KXLY.com/class of 2025. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:42. On this Memorial Day, a fallen World War II hero finally comes home. The remarkable 81-year journey of Lieutenant Thomas Kelly and the family who never gave up searching. That's next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell & Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay up.
Call Russell & Hill.
Do you like Hot Wheels? Do you want to see awesome Hot Wheels toys come to life? Join me at the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live, Blow and Fire, and watch your favorite monster trucks do wheelies, donuts, and crush cars. Join the pre-show party before each performance. It's Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live, Blow and Fire, where you can see your favorite Hot Wheels toys become larger than life. See you there.
My parents started their first dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and work hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Subaru dealerships, and we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Because we're looking forward to being your local family Subaru dealer for generations to come.
During the massive 4-day sale at Furniture Row, when we say the savings are massive, we mean massive. Shop today and take $100 off every $1,000 you spend, and watch the savings stack up. And with the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed, it's the perfect time to design a new living room, dining room, bedroom, or fall into a new mattress. Check out Doorbusters while they last. Plus 60 months no interest and no down payment. But don't wait. Savings this massive won't last.
Mamma Mia, the original record-breaking Broadway production returns. Celebrate the 25th anniversary of the most exhilarating smash hit musical ever. Coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts June 17th through 22nd. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Win and save with double Lucky Number Tuesday at Bi-Mart. Just by matching your ending number, you can win a 5-gallon Storeware storage tote. Plus save with Tuesday-only pricing. Win and save with 70th anniversary double Lucky Number Tuesday at Bi-Mart.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell and Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay out.
Call Russell and Hill.
4 News Now is brought to you by Northwest Granite.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:45. On this Memorial Day, when we pay tribute to those who've died in military service and reflect on their sacrifices, one California veteran has finally returned home. His family is set to lay him to rest today, more than 80 years after his death in the South Pacific. Here's ABC's Allison Cossack.
He served in World War II, and now 81 years later, he's finally home.
To believe he was dead, but then there was a bit that said maybe he's still alive. You know, and so we didn't have the closure, but now we have the closure.
U.S. Army Air Force Lieutenant Thomas Kelly of Livermore, California, known to his family as Toby, deployed to Papua New Guinea back in March 1944. Just days later, his plane was shot down. His first cousin, Sandy, was 3 years old at the time. Growing up, she says it was too painful for the family to talk about Toby's death. But then came Memorial Day 2013 when Sandy's son decided to start a project.
A few hours of internet research that very quickly found information about the final mission. And that started what would become a 12-year journey.
Scott Althaus is a professor at the University of Illinois who researches wartime communications. He'd been working on military casualty data from World War II, which piqued his interest in his own family. Using the information he found, he contacted Project Recover, an organization that helps research and return missing U.S. personnel.
We were fortunate that in spite of the catastrophic nature of the crash, that enough of it was held together to be able to do the recovery.
With the help of the Navy, the organization used advanced robotics to search Hansa Bay in Papua New Guinea, and they found Toby's plane. It was 215 feet underwater. DNA testing later confirmed the remains inside were his. And this past Friday, his body was finally returned home.
He sacrificed so we could be free. And he said, if I can help my country, it's worth it all. I love you, Toby, and so great to welcome you home.
Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
Wow, what an incredible story. Glad his family's getting some closure there. Well, here is a live look at Riverside Memorial Park there, where it's going to be busy this morning. A lot of people going out there to ceremonies to pay tribute to fallen heroes here in our area. And I'm sure a lot of them are looking at the forecast this morning, wondering what they can expect.
Well, you saw there, the sun is shining a little bit in parts of Spokane. May not be that way for the entirety of the morning. I tell you what, though, it's going to feel humid and it's going to feel warm as you step outside. We've only dropped down to the mid-50s in Spokane this morning. 58, meanwhile, in Coeur d'Alene, even warmer than that. So a very mild start. The irony is it's going to be a whole lot cooler this afternoon than it was yesterday afternoon. Here is your radar picture. Things have definitely dried out quite a bit around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but let's show you where the rain is right now. Some heavy rain over Clarkston right now. That's going to track through Lewiston here pretty shortly and then head up right the same place here towards places like Julietta, right where this rain has just passed through earlier. That was in Lewiston during the beginning of the 6 a.m. hour. Wouldn't surprise me if we did see a stray lightning bolt there, as that looks like some pretty notable rainfall. We're seeing some rain in Sandpoint and then across Priest Lake. now tracking it towards Medellin Falls here on the far northern end. That rain also just past Northport, so that's all headed out towards the U.S.-Canada border. Bonners Ferry later on this morning as we get into the 7 a.m. hour. I would expect at least a few minutes of rain for you. We're also seeing rain trying to make its way towards Omak this morning, so I would also the 7 a.m. hour probably look for a few sprinkles there at least. We're seeing rain in Tonasket and Oroville, and we've got more sprinkles and showers stretching all the way south past the Vantage Bridge here in 990. Where is all this headed? Well, it's not going to be nearly at the level or coverage that we saw earlier today. But as we head towards 8 o'clock, would not surprise me if we continue to see these showers trying to get themselves developed here. As this cold front moves across our area, you can see the skies beginning to clear in places like Moses Lake as we head towards 10 a.m. And so through about 10:30, I'm going to keep a chance for rain in for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. After that, especially as we head towards lunchtime, we'll start to see things be a lot quieter. Could still see an isolated shower or two in our northern valleys as we head into the back end of the day. Otherwise, a light breeze and temperatures only in the 70s. We'll take a look at your extended forecast. If you like the heat, I think you'll like it coming up after the morning sprint.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
If the name wasn't obvious enough, the DQ sauced and tossed chicken strip basket is tossed in your choice of honey barbecue or new buffalo. That means layers of flavor from the top, bottom, left, right, inside, outside, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the sauce and tossed chicken strip basket, available in honey barbecue or new buffalo. Hurry in and try them today, only at DQ.
For the third year in a row, Sturm Heating proudly stands as one of the top HVAC companies in the greater Spokane region. Our team of over 80 HVAC experts prioritize your comfort and air quality utilizing today's most advanced systems. With 80 years of experience, we embody strength, technical excellence, and community commitment. Trust us for unparalleled service. Discover more at sturmheating.com. Your comfort, our legacy. Sturm Heating since 1945, and we're just getting started.
No RV this Memorial Day? You missed out, but you don't have to miss the rest of the season. The Northwest RV Dealers Association have gathered the best RV dealers in one place. Over 1,000 new and used RVs at the lowest prices you'll see all year. Free admission, free parking, on-site immediate financing, travel trailers, toy haulers, fifth wheels, motorhomes, and truck campers. All the top brands, every price range. May 29th to June 1st. Your RV is waiting at the Spokane RV Expo sale. Learn more at rvexposale.com.
A big thank you to Horizon Credit Union for helping us expand the Caritas Food Bank. Without their help, we couldn't have gotten them into their new space where they're now serving over 500 households a month. The 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
The award-winning Spokane Valley Summer Theater celebrates its 10th anniversary season. Experience the wit of Gilbert and Sullivan in The Pirates of Penzance, June 20th through July 6th. Be enraptured by the timeless music of Rodgers and Hammerstein in the regional premiere of A Grand Night for Singing, July 11th through the 19th. And see the hit sensation Joseph in the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, August 1st through 17th. Tickets on sale now at svsummertheater.com or at 509-368-7897.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops,
Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Monday in the morning sprint. It is Memorial Day. Meteorologist Matt Grace taking a look at some on and off rain showers we could see this afternoon that could impact your plans. Hannah Joy is in studio following breaking news on Spokane's South Hill where several fires were set overnight. But first, Memorial Day is here and hundreds of flags will mark gravestones at veterans cemeteries today in Medical Lake. The ceremony starts at 11 a.m. On-site parking is limited, so you're encouraged to carpool. The cemetery wants to remind people that pets and tobacco products are not allowed on their grounds. 4 News Now will have a crew at that ceremony today and will bring you the story tonight on 4 News Now at 5 and 6. And a reminder, Spokane City Hall is closed today for Memorial Day, and all garbage and recycling services will be a day late this week. City Council won't meet this week, and the Spokane Municipal Court and all public libraries will be closed. But all of Riverfront Park's attractions are open for you to enjoy today, and all parking meters are free.
Well, we've been seeing some rain off and on around the inland Northwest this morning, and that will continue. For Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, I'm going to keep a chance of rain in through about 10:30. Once we get towards 11 o'clock, those chances start to go down, but we'll continue to see mostly cloudy skies until we get into the afternoon. Winds are going to pick up here a little bit as well, so we could see gusts in the 20 to 30 mile an hour range at times, and that breeze will just magnify that it'll be a whole lot cooler than it was yesterday, only in the 70s, 10 to 15 degrees cooler than yesterday.
Fairmount Memorial Association will have several events today to honor America's fallen. The flag cruise starts at 10 o'clock this morning at Riverside Memorial Park and travels to Fairmount Memorial Park. That's where the Veterans Memorial Service will be held at 11. It's hosted by the Marine Corps League. In Coeur d'Alene, VFW Post 889 will host a Memorial Day ceremony at McEwen Park. It will include a missing man table ceremony and a wreath ceremony. Retired U.S. Marine Corps Colonel Kenny Moore, who served in Vietnam, will be the speaker. That ceremony begins at 9 this morning. And at 11 this morning, the Pappy Boyington Marine Corps League will lead a ceremony at the Coeur d'Alene Memorial Gardens. Food and drink will be provided. People gathered in cities around the country last night to honor the life of George Floyd. Sunday marked 5 years since the 46-year-old died after being detained by police in Minneapolis, Minnesota. People there gathered to honor Floyd in a candlelight vigil last night. His death ignited widespread protests around the world, lasting for weeks in 2020. In Seattle, dozens marched in an event put on by the Seattle Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression. For updates on how communities nationwide are reflecting on George Floyd's legacy, tune in to Good Morning America. A man driving a Jeep Wrangler went off the road on Highway 95 in Nez Perce County, crashing into a hillside. This happened yesterday morning. According to the sheriff's office, the driver was not wearing a seatbelt and was thrown from the car. At last update, he's hospitalized with some serious injuries. The Nez Perce County sheriffs and other law enforcement officers want to remind you that Memorial Day is often referred to as the beginning of the 100 deadliest days on the road. During this time, crashes and risky driving increase across the inland Northwest. Idaho State Police are advising drivers to stay alert, slow down, and keep water in your car. You can read some tips on how to stay safe by finding this story on KXLY.com.
We are following breaking news in South Spokane. This morning, Spokane police are looking for whoever started a string of fires last night. And yes, they believe it was arson. It all happened around 9:45 near High Drive in Bernard. Take a look. Viewer Alicia Harvey sent us this photo. You can see it shows the flames burning right along the bluff. Neighbors who live nearby say they heard what sounded like an explosion, and then just moments later, flames were visible all the way from Latop Valley. But here's the thing. Police actually flew a drone over the area trying to track someone down. No word yet on any suspects, but clearly they're taking this very seriously. So if you live nearby and saw anything, call Crime Check at 509-456-2233.
It's usually pretty quiet on the streets of Spokane at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning, but this was the scene at the corner of Boone and Monroe yesterday. A fire truck and a car collided right outside of the REI. Police didn't tell us much at the scene, but they are trying to figure out how this happened. And repairs need to be made at the new Burlington location, and it hasn't even opened yet. Sunday morning, a car crashed into the front of the building at the Franklin Park Shopping Center on North Division. The business is in a new location at the shopping center and is set to open in July. We haven't heard from police exactly what caused this. And we'll be back with a final check of our weather forecast with meteorologist Matt Gray.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
This year, make it a summer to remember and get your toys ready for the great outdoors from the pros at Snows Auto. Check out the best brands of stereos and professional window tints. 20% off at Snows Auto.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America.
A heart beats strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Get the freedom to save and 0.9% financing for 60 months on this Silverado. That's over $6,600 in average finance savings. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Oh, seeing some pretty nice conditions this morning at Riverside Memorial here in Spokane. Many folks looking to remember on this Memorial Day, and for the morning we'll continue to see just a small chance of some light rain. Not expecting anything as heavy as we saw last night or early this morning, so some positives there as we continue to see conditions improve throughout the day. For the afternoon, mostly dry conditions, but we will see a couple isolated showers and storms up near the U.S.-Canada border. If you liked that weather yesterday, well, we've got a lot more of it on the way. We'll see 80s on Wednesday and more 80s this weekend.
Well, thanks so much for starting your Memorial Day Monday with us here on Good Morning Northwest. We'll see you throughout the day.